Hello everyone, welcome to today's new video project. In particular, today I wanted to speak upon something that has been weighing on my mind for at least the majority of my life, if not throughout the duration of my teenage years until adulthood, and even up to this point in my life. Don't mind the McDonald's bag. I actually just come out here. I filmed a short scene pertaining to my short film that I am ultimately putting together. And a short film in particular, well, this video embodies and ties in with what I'm going to speak upon, wasn't it? A short film that no one ever had the time or energy or otherwise, like anything in the world, to getting together with me personally to shooting this video. Yes, it appears as if everything that you do as an immoral, encompassed human being, you have to ultimately do yourself and rely and depend only and solely upon yourself and only yourself. And this is where this video comes in into perspective. You know, regardless of how much money I throw out there and offer to others to helping me with this particular project or anything that I do, it depresses, it more disappoints me and frustrates me, annoys me than anything else. I swear I hate to do a rant video out in a beautiful scenery of nature as this, painted in the allegory of its balance, of its innocence, and its positive energy. But I am going to try and make this conveyed as positive as possible without sounding by intent abrasive or otherwise. So, honest to God, I cannot ever find anyone that would ever want to have a desire to collaborate with me. No one is ever there to meet you halfway in your relationship, in your togetherness. And despite that, you know, I promote equality, diversity, and coexistence, I seem to attract people that are never willing to work for the money or willing to even voluntarily offer their time and energy and devotion to helping me, helping them, or helping them to helping others to aspire one another, or planting the seeds of knowledge, of inspiration, of influence, of positive reimbursement. And it's not much that I ask for, honest to God. I do not ask for the world. I do not ask for $1 million. I do not ask for anything in the offering of reimbursement. And the only thing that I ask of anyone, honest to God, truth, is to meet me halfway, you know, to connect, for us to be on the same page, to find our balance, to coexist like this. And it appears to be an proving obstacle all throughout the duration of my human existence. To even ask a small, finite little favor as to help holding a camera, which I eliminated that problem, considering I got myself this like brand new tripod here, as you can see for yourself. And I've quickly realized and understood now that through clarification that you ultimately have to rely and depend upon yourself and only yourself. And if you were to ask someone else for assistance for anything, They will always come up with some sort of an excuse. They want to answer the phone, and continuation and so forth and so forth. So with this video is a clear message and indication that I will no longer depend upon anyone for anything, and for anything that means everything. Okay, so friends, acquaintances, you know, customers, or you know, whatever, I honestly don't care about you. It's not to sound self-indulgent or by the very definitions or the definitions that underline certain terminologies and humanistic words in an English dictionary or other languages of other dictionaries. The message is plain, clear, and simple that, you know, all throughout my human existence, my life, I have depended upon people. I place my faith in. It appears to be a negative reimbursement of faith placed upon or onto oneself or someone or anyone in particular. And it could, honest to God, be anyone. And until certain people meet the criteria, not so much of, well, yes, of my expectations. My expectations are of you to be honest, to open lines of communication, to meet me, you know, like this, like I did earlier, meet me halfway, to be honest, to be committed and passionate and be hardworking. Look at myself, you know, I publish at least 3, 4, sometimes at the very least, you know, 1 or 2 videos per day on top of my regular job. It's like people just cannot fathom that. They cannot comprehend that somehow in neurons of their psychological brain pattern and their humanistic behavioral pattern, and so they exist. And until someone is committed and ready to helping me out, or that willingness, then I owe you my apology. From the deepest condolences of my breathing life of my human heart onto you. And or otherwise, and if somehow I'm able to still be alive and while my legacy continues to flow throughout the bloodline of this planet Earth and abroad the infinite universe. And ultimately, I desperately, in each day of my life, I always try to recognize the light in others. I always try to find some sort of gravity in balance for everyone, regardless. And it appears to be that, you know, after a while, my faith appears to be misconstrued or blinded, and the light appears to have blinded me, has corrupted my vision and my judgment. So I bestow my kindness and my faith onto those whom I believe are necessary or appropriate, and whom are given that light to be closer to my heart, and those who are trustworthy, dependable, and that's it. It's not rocket science. It's not complicated. It's not a chemical imbalance. It's not a chemistry of something impossible. This is all that I require and ask for. My expectations are quite low and not so demanding or demeanor. And And if it's not for something to help me out, it's something more along of the lines to, you know, spend time and hang out. And I have one friend of mine who complains, like, I keep thinking there's someone behind me. Never mind. No, that messed me up. A friend of mine who constantly procrastinates of how, you know, depressed he is. He never once offered to invite me, even a simple text message, an email, or a phone call would suffice. Ask me to hang out once in a while. Rather, instead he procrastinates of how depressed he is and how much of a dark state of consciousness in which his mind is at the moment. And that's just not right. And I've said it time and time over and over again, despite me being constantly busy with, you know, getting paid for, like, you know, creating videos and or otherwise in my own humanistic life. Still, you should call me, you know, reach out to me, request to spend time with us, both Jen and I. We're not terribly busy people. I mean, granted, yes, I do the filming time, the editing process, the uploading process, the process in which I, you know, put in the keywords and description and the thumbnails and the title of the videos and the meditation in which opens the consciousness of my third eye to utilize the platform to creating future videos. Despite all this, taking care of the house or otherwise, or staying on top of bills or ahead of bills, and, you know, I'm very much a responsible human being. And despite of all this, you know, purchasing a new house, got approved for a loan, and like somehow you guys are like you know, like a vampire, or, you know, not a vampire so much, like I'm the vampire, and you guys have like the wooden stake and you're just like, oh, you know, right through me. I'm like, come on guys, you know, get realistic here, you know. If you ever have a desire or intention to spend time with us, we're more than willing, obviously. And I would never say no. I would, honest to God, never say no. Never. Unless if there's something that's emergency that would confine our time and energy. Otherwise, no, we're all right. You know, it's just, you have to get to know us as human beings. You have to find that connectivity and that willingness to reach in deep in our heart to wanting to establish that connection and a relationship, to just spend time. Hell, even if you are someone who's just, maybe you're not a friend of mine. Okay, understandable. Maybe you're someone who are just brand new subscribed. Well, welcome. I hate to see this side of me that you visually perceive me now, if in case of a negative perspective. And for that, I sincerely apologize. If you're someone new, if you just randomly met me, or a subscriber recently, you know, I am a brutally honest human being. I'm a realist. I never bite my tongue. I wear my heart on my sleeve often, and that's obvious and blatant to see. You know, just like I did with this, like, Big Mac, you know, this whole entire segment for a short film, you know, like, you know. But yes, this short film is a way to have siphoned my deeper channeling of emotion, my human emotion, or starseed emotion, as it is in itself a conflict of interest, it rises itself, it brings it out from within me to project it upon, through a video perspective, to show that of how my life, my existence is truly, in a sense, a balance. And I've never understood the concept of why so many people cannot be honest with themselves and with others around them. Why they cannot successfully establish a means of friendships. And I've always been a lone wolf my entire life. I've always been by myself. And the inevitable truth is that this world in itself, it just needs to change. There's so much beauty in the world. There's endless light and darkness. You have to embrace your nature, much like I created the video before, how to believe in yourself, to embrace your nature, to, I have all these segments of videos, and if you truly want to get to understand and know my philosophical views of perspectives and my lifestyle, then it's all there. It's all my past history, which is like right there somewhere. But yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to create this more or less rant video and just share my honest perspective. And who I am behind the lens of a camera is who I am in reality perspective. I'm just the same person. Nothing will ever change that. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel. My name is Cody Gremlin. Share, like, and show your positive support. It really does mean the world to us. So, thank you so much. See you, everyone.